we have a lot of catching up to do. Since the last recording, oh my god, we're almost to 40 hours played of this game. Like I said, you live this game. I purposely saved this double battle because I knew that there'd be a third HM move that I'd like to teach Pollexen. Pollexen's getting a little close. Tori and Till. All right, I'm bringing out a Pokemon. Yes, that's sort of how battling works, little girls. Twins Tori and Till sending out Meryl and Marie. I'm sending out Clarence and Teeny. On my turn, I'm going to cast a Whirlpool with Clarence here. We'll just do that on Mareep, and then I'll spend Teeny's turn switching it over to Pollexen's our highest level Pokemon besides Entei. I think this happened exactly before, so it's not that unusual. But Pollexen, what do you mean you missed? Can I sketch a move that is missed? I don't know the logistics on this. I've never really trained a competitive Smeargle for anything. I don't know. It's a weird Pokemon. Can be a little tricky to get what you want on it. Okay, sketch Clarence. Yes, you can sketch a move that misses. How lovely. To no one's surprise, we dominated these poor children. No. Fancy way of saying that we got there. I lost. Aw, I lost. Even though Tori tried very hard for me, we still lost. Even though I teamed up with Till, we still lost. Twins are so alike in so many ways, gosh. When you've grown up together and you're best friends and you do everything together and you're twins so you have like the same genetics, there's so many similarities. Raikou is on this route? Hello? I just can't stop running into the fellow. I'm thinking we're just gonna chip damage this thing for a while until we get it down into red health. That's gonna be the strat. What? What? Oh my god! What? Oh my god. Okay, this is why I record everything I do. This is near Eckerting City as well. What the frick? I was just doing my dailies! Oh my god, okay, this needs to be handled delicately. Oh god. Regular Pokemon can't run away randomly, right? That's a Gen 2 thing. It's probably a Gen 2 thing. They would never do something that stupid ever again. Please. 1, 2, 3! Yeah! Oh, I like how they're the Nidorans are the colors of each other. Oh my gosh, he's a king who's also a queen. Oh my god, what should I... Okay, you're like a rabbit. Well, crap. Now I gotta think about whether I'm going to use this or not. Let's go Hopkins. That's a blue rabbit from Animal Crossing. I think it could be kind of cute. Also, it would be really ironic if I evolved you into a Nidoking. I got a shiny! It was a blue shiny too! And it was, look, I'm right near Eckerting City! I told you, it's a thing! This is the third time I've been right outside Eckerting and something like this has happened! Oh my gosh, okay, for those who are unfamiliar, shiny Pokemon are a 1 in 8,192 chance that they could possibly happen. Well, I wasn't really intending on commentating any of this, but I record anyway, just in case. God! Now that we're awake, yeah, if I could find 2 of them in a row. No. It would have been another blue shiny if it was It was
if
right.
If you find a shiny, I'd be pissed.
It was right outside Ecruteak City, and it's blue.
You got it in a moonball?
Yes.
That's f***ing sick.
Next time somebody tells me Moonball's useless, it's also a poison type. Holy crap! I didn't realize that. Okay, I'm saving the crap out of this game right freaking now.
You haven't saved already?
No, I am so all over the place right now. I can't believe it. Uh-oh, here we go. Cast up a repel and you still find a way. My old nemesis. Get a taste of my fastball! Ugh! 1, 2, 3! Yeah! Woo! Oh, yeah! That's both of them down! Raikou's data was added to the Pokédex! A Pokemon that races across the land while barking a cry that sounds like crashing thunder. I wasn't even trying to run into you! Let's be real, I had a good status, I had good HP reduction, I had a good ball, it was just a matter of time. Take Black Bolts. Gosh, I'm gonna have so much to catch you up on by the time I actually record the next video, holy crap! Oh, it's a bashful nature, that's why it ran away from me all the time. It's a neutral nature. Not too thrilling. Oh god, it starts with Spark. Kenya, look at you. Oh, I got 3rd prize. That's a PP up. First time that's happened. That's a 1% chance per ID number. It was bound to happen sooner or later with how many trades we've done. 25 points on our blue card gets us a rare candy. Today's just my lucky day. Since then, I've had a few days to think things over. And I have decided to use Hopkins. I had no plans to use a poison type in this series, but I guess the poison types had other plans for me. Hey everybody, it's Chugga Conroy. Welcome back to more Pokemon Heart Gold and Soul Silver. Gosh, I can't believe it. All right, last time we made it to Olivine City and caught a new team member. This time, I guess we caught a team member 2 videos in a row, so yeah, 5 out of 6 ain't bad. Now, we're going to surf around the Lighthouse in Olivine City before we... Oh crap, you're too low leveled. All right, honey, your debut battle is against a Tentacool. This is probably not a good idea. I've made ball capsules for everyone as well. Maybe not... Oh god, no, let's save this for another day. I meant to swap Chosen in the lead, but I was too busy looking at my shiny blue poison type. All right, I'm done. Around this, you get TM57 Charge Beam. That's a special electric type move that might not have the best power, and I don't even think it's 100% accurate, but it raises your own special attack when it connects. Yeah, 90% accurate, 50 power. That move is only learnable by Chosen. It wouldn't really be the best idea to go for that right now. Oh, it's my second one, actually, never mind. It wouldn't be the best idea to go for that right now with our whole choice specs outlook. I'm gonna surf on you. Wow! That is a beast! Give it a Thunderbolt or 2, we'll do this. And you have slayed the Kraken. That should get you a level up. I've popped the EXP share onto Hopkins. This was going to be the whole leveling up Chosen episode. I'm not using Takedown on you, sorry. But I think Chosen's fully capable of fighting on her own, and it's Hopkins who should really get the experience. Poison's Sting attack could go in place of Focus Energy. So what are we doing today? We heard that there was a sick Pokemon up at the Lighthouse. And it's a pretty long way up. A lot of battles along the way, a lot of things that we can do there. Dark roads are dangerous at night, but in the pitch black night, the sea is even more treacherous. Without the beacon of the Lighthouse to guide her, no ship can sail. So this town is at a standstill right now. That's another item I can't pick up for right now. This place is officially, yeah, also known as Glitter Lighthouse. This name is only ever dropped inside of, on that sign. Personally, I was one of those nerds who read that sign as a kid, so I was always calling it Glitter Lighthouse. The other kids were calling it Olivine Lighthouse, but it was the only place that it was ever mentioned. People train at this lighthouse. Not easy to climb because of all the trainers. Should we go into the elevator? Going up to the light room. Such intense music for a lighthouse of all things, but I guess it is an out-of-order lighthouse, so there is a bit of hauntingness to it because nothing can sail. If we go up all this way, there is a very nice-looking background in there that lets you see down into the route below, but we can't get into the center. We're gonna have to climb the stairs manually to get to that ladder. Man, this reminds me, so my cardio, I do the Stairmaster. I can do 35-minute sets on it, and I can climb, I'm wanting to say like 130 stories in one go, usually. This has made me want to enter an athletics competition because I know people do that where the number of times that you can climb a skyscraper, you'll like raise money for charity or something like that. I thought that I could totally do that and excel at it, so I always wanted to. We are sitting on so many debut battles at the same time. We haven't gotten to see Agate really fight as a golem yet. She hasn't really been able to show her chops now that she's a fully evolved because we just keep piling on the new team members. Chosen, you seem to be amazing at type coverage right here. Now, my decision to use Hopkins. I had a few ideas for who team members 5 and 6 would be. We could make each other's acquaintance. No, we already made each other's acquaintance. We shall trade phone numbers now is what it is. Gosh, I look like some kind of bug hybrid human or something with that behind me. It's kind of creepy, actually. Like I said, I had no plans to use a poison type, but I had a few Pokemon in mind, and they were all physical attackers. But the night before I ran into Hopkins in the wild, I was talking with some people about how, you know, that would mean that we have 4 physical attackers. Meganium is kind of a mixed attacker, and Chosen would be our only true special attacker. Nidoran is able to learn it all. I was praising its versatility, and we can build it to be a special attacker that does things that Chosen cannot. And that was one of the reasons that I decided on it. The team member that I wanted to use in place of the spot that Hopkins now sits in was Hitmonchan. And don't get me wrong, Hitmonchan is an amazing Pokemon. I was really looking forward to using it. It's got an ability called Iron Fist that doubles the power of punching moves, and the main reason that I wanted it is because unless you chose Typhlosion, there's basically no good fire types that are easily available to you in this game. So by having an Iron Fist with Fire Punch, it was a way that I could fake having a good fire type in this game, when you otherwise can't really get them all that well. I thought that could be really fun, and I could also make it a Dragon Slayer by teaching it an ice move, but as I thought more about it, if I mainly wanted it for fighting moves and a Fire Punch, it's kind of redundant with the team that we already have. It's just, Ice Punch, we've already got Ice Beam, you know, resistance is defensive-wise, Poison Ground is very similar to what we would have gotten with fighting anyway. We will have 2 ground types on our team because of Golem, but I don't think that that's inherently a horrible thing by any stretch. I think, honestly, like, sometimes a little bit of crossover can be good. We could teach this one Earth Power so that it's got a special ground type move. That could be nice in some situations. And then there was also the fact that our team is just, it's not only very physically oriented already, but it's also very tanky. Hitmonchan is very defensive, and the idea was that I would use Leftovers and Drain Punch for a self-healing tank, but we can give Leftovers to anyone. Meganium's fairly tanky. Golem is absolutely a wall in the right situations. Even Chosen here has got amazing amounts of HP and can just soak up attacks. I think that we're good on defense, and having an offense or an all-arounder would be a good move for us. So that was my decision making here. I've praised Nidoking several times, not even knowing that I was gonna get this as well. So that also factored in. Moving on from this, I'd like to tell you a little bit more about Olivine City. In the beta, Olivine was originally going to connect to Goldenrod. You had this little gate building that led to it, which meant that there was no harbor to the south. And the beta has one additional house over the final, which is likely where a certain unused building would have gone. There's an unused house interior that was left in the final game of Gold and Silver where they mention a pharmacy in Ecruteak City, which didn't make it into the game. We've been all throughout Ecruteak and there's been nothing of the sort. Kind of yet another instance of CN Wood being added in at the very end of development, as there will be there will be a pharmacy in that city when we get there. Oh my god, I'm breaking sequence a little bit by talking in here, but I didn't realize that till I was already on my tangent. Oh, you are beautiful. You are beautiful. I need to look and see what your moves are. Nidorino doesn't have level up moves that I particularly care about, but I'm also a fan of it getting to live as a Nidorino for a little while and not just exposing it to the stone right away like it was before. We're gonna get rid of Poison Sting, we're gonna replace that with Sludge Bomb, as there's no other use case for that TM that I can personally see. We also can buy Sludge Bombs in the endgame, which is nice. I suppose we have a second copy of Shadow Claw and can always just buy another one from the lottery. It's certainly better than not having anything in a slot, which is what I would call Peck. 35 power? Yeah, I think that's gonna be it. Another thing that's changed since the last recording, if you noticed in the party, we don't have any APOMs using pickup anymore. Our team is just simply too full. Pollux is also our only HM user now, standing in for Trixie. So I've tossed both Trixie and Trinity into the daycare. I finally got Adam out, he was level 56. By having those two in the daycare, they're both girls, so they won't breed, thankfully. So I don't have to worry about getting phone calls about eggs all the time. But more than that, Pickup can get some dang overpowered items if you can get into the high levels. I think starting at level 90, it has a chance of picking up an Earthquake TM, and that's not even remotely the only one that you can get that's really, really good. So since we're doing our dailies, going around, getting so much experience points for the daycare, and Mom, you ever think you have a problem? You're not good with money. Was this really the best idea for me to trust you with my entire fortune as I become a Pokemon master? Nobody better get in my way! She said something about Jasmine, I didn't even see what it was! But yeah. I thought that it'd be good to have those in there. If Adam is any indication, you can get such amazing experience out of the daycare. And that's another thing. A big complaint about this game is the level curve. And I gotta tell you, use the daycare. Genuinely. You have to watch out for your Pokemon unlearning moves that you don't want them to unlearn, so it's not a foolproof solution. But with how much— my Pokemon! She's like a bird. All right, anybody who'd be worried if his or her Pokemon were hurt. Aww, Jasmine's worried about this. TM87 Swagger raises your opponent's attack. You're such a rockin' dude helping your enemy. Oh, also I love this part. Boom! Look at that view down there. Oh, it's so rare that they ever play with the perspective in the Gen 4 games. It's rare candy. More of a Gen 5 thing. But I'm happy when they do it. It stands out. It makes the Glitter Lighthouse just a much more memorable location. Back to Swagger. You raise your own enemy's attack by 2 stages, but you confuse them in the process. Jasmine must be worried sick about the Pokemon here. She won't even smile these days. Swagger can be an overpowered move. If you make it difficult for the enemy to hit you other ways by lowering their accuracy or raising your evasion while you do it, it's nasty. Pokemon that have really high attacks sometimes have really low defense, and it works out pretty well. Are you gonna evolve, Chosen? I don't think you spend too many levels as a Chinchou. I know that you evolve quite early, so I'm not really sure about it. Hopkins gets to level 17, and we got another. Let's take you down. I already talked to you about Lantern in the beta. I gotta tell you about Chinchou in the beta. Chinchou was originally dead. You cannot tell me that that isn't what it is. I'm glad they added those little bubbles around its eyes. Speaking of its eyes, I've been thinking about how it would look wearing the choice specs. I really hope that some artist has already done this, because I think it looks really funny. I don't like telling people what to draw for me or anything like that unless, you know, I'm paying them for it, because, you know. We have amazing artists that work on these videos, by the way. Like, can we just hear it for them in the comments? We've had some awesome stuff so far, and oh, you don't have so much good stuff is to come. We're pretty high up here. My bird Pokemon are in prime form. prime form for me to zap him out of the sky! Bird Keeper Dennis sending out a Spearow. I won a triathlon with a Spearow once. Oh, this is bad. This is really, really bad, actually. I only have 2 Thunderbolts. I am locked into using this move forever and ever, which means we're gonna get to see something kind of interesting. Sending out a Fearow. Get rid of you. You're faster than me. Shouldn't be too surprised, but still. Down you go. And number 3, Hopkins grows to level 18. You're old if you know that reference. I'm sorry, I don't make the rules. Chosen has no moves left. Chosen, you struggle. That is a typeless physical move that does recoil to its user. You can't get this move any other way than just having no moves that are possible for you to select in the given situation. It's a funny little thing. I remember feeling cool when I discovered it for the first time. Oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no, okay. I got a strategy for us. Agate, come on out. Your debut battle is a golem! Shows that you are scared of birds, apparently. Boom! That way Chosen and Hopkins get all the experience, and I have Revive, so I can just keep doing it over and over again. I wish I could say I thought of it, but it was somebody in the comments who pointed out. They crashed. I blew your birds into fried chicken. My bird trained in Pokémon trained in Sandwood City. Since I've lost, maybe we'll go across the sea. Oh, I only have 4 revives. Maybe I shouldn't get too trigger happy with it. Going into my menu, I have quite a lot of ethers from playing the side quests. We can give that ether to the Thunderbolt right there. It's so rare that I ever use PP restoring items, but they are good. Our HP up, I believe that should go on Chosen, as they specialize in HP. Calcium, raising special attack, would be a good investment as well. And now, I know we're cool. I haven't heard that song in a long time. Just referencing everything that makes me an old man. Going up. And we still have more to climb. Sailors are both kind and strong. How about you? I don't know about kind, they really swear like sailors. In the beta, this lighthouse was just a really freaking tall house. I love how funny placeholder graphics can look in some situations. Poliwhirl, my boy, I love you, Poliwhirl, and you're faster than me, but you missed. Okay, so I was gonna not like you there for a second, but then you missed, so I like you anyway. Go down. Give me that sweet, sweet EXP juice that you secrete from your armpits. You're both kind and strong. Why, thank you. Not everybody would say that about what I just said. Just when you least expected, Cameron the photographer. Oh, I thought you were gonna be a trainer and I'd be like, why have you betrayed me? This is gonna be our first photo with Hopkins. They actually look shiny for the photos. I know that their field sprites are shiny, we saw it earlier, but it's just nice, you know? The menu sprites aren't shiny, so when you find out that they actually went through that trouble, it's good. I wanted to battle Jasmine, but she's not up to it. So how about you? Did they ever make menu sprites shiny? I think my last... No, I have a lot of shinies in Scarlet and Violet, and I don't think they show up as... Maybe they do? It's one of those things that's hard to picture in your mind's eye, even though you've totally seen it before 1,000 times. Hopkins gets to level 19. Say hello, Roberto. My name is Roberto Albert. Grabbing this, getting a super repel, very much like the treasure that we're finding in this place. We go up one more time. Here we are. Oh, there was a girl I liked a long time ago that I bought this adorable Ampharos plushie with, and we always called it Amphi, and it was an unofficial, unlicensed product, but it was so much cuter than any official Ampharos plushie I've ever seen. I wish I could find it again. Maybe I'll flash a picture of it on screen if I can find it. This Pokemon always kept the sea lit at night, but it suddenly got sick. It's gasping for air. I understand that there is a wonderful pharmacy in Cienwood, but that's across the sea, and I can't leave Amphi unattended. may I ask you to get some medicine for me, please? She's so sweet. Oh my gosh, she's so wonderful. Everyone loves Jasmine. I've never met a single person who doesn't have good things to say about Jasmine. If you don't like her, you're welcome to start a fight with me. I don't think I talked to this lady on the first floor. In the past, Pokemon used to light the sea around Olivine at night. The lighthouse was made to pay tribute to those Pokemon. Another way that Johto shows its age. Ah, breath of fresh air on this cave. I always wanted to live close to the ocean, but man, it's expensive. Why isn't there like a law that says like houses can only cost this much money per square feet so people can afford them again? You know, makes sense. If we go out to the north, there's one little detail that I haven't shown yet. I caught me a Tauros, and a while ago I caught me a Miltank because I wanted to show this. For my grand design was taking him out to pasture. Boop me with your nose. Tauros is wandering around. Ooh, the Tauros suddenly roared. Gotta attract a mate somehow. Let's bring out our own pink cow. You got a few things that you could say. Huh, Miltank is holding something. What? Wait! No, you don't get to do that. Miltank let out a roar. Miltank is making a face like, what an ungrateful bitch. Maybe I just gotta leave the area and come back. Gosh, I thought this would be a nice outing. Here we go. Miltank is so happy it started rolling around. It's the last thing you see before you die. And then next, we have the harbor down this way. We haven't been in here yet. The SS Aqua uses jets to travel. It skims over water. You've been to Kanto already. I hear many rare Pokemon. Oh, I haven't. Sounds exciting. I'd love to visit. Welcome to the fast ship SS Aqua, except that the engine maintenance team is taking some time off and we don't know when we can depart. Because the SS Aqua was called the fast ship, I used to always call it the slow ship SSN when I was a kid because I thought that was like the distinction. If I manage to come back safely from my journey and take my first steps in Olivine City, will you live there with me? Please, I beg you. He's only a crewman of a pleasure cruise. He has a way of exaggerating things. I love this dialogue so much. If we check the little thing right there, we get a pearl. Hello everybody and welcome to Monday. You hustled me! I thought you were gonna take a photo of me! Great waves here, no one can resist such good waves. Every time I see that big shiny head, I just can't resist, man. Nice to meet you, I'm Monica of Monday. As a token of our friendship, I have a gift for you. Obtain the sharp beak. This raises the power of flying type moves. It's an item that raises the power of flying type moves. You should equip a bird Pokemon with that item. Can we talk about how creepy of an item this is? Like, I never thought about it until these things had menu sprites, but when you really think about it, should this not be like a magic feather or something? Instead, no, disembodied mouth that I ripped off of a Pokemon. I looked into this for the beta to see if maybe this item was different. It turns out, yes, it was called the Black Feather earlier in development. So this was not always the case. I suppose someone on the dev team thought this was worth changing. Battle Frontier ahead. Mm-hmm. This answers to Battle Frontier. You shouldn't make a line here. Just when you least expect it, Cameron the photographer? What? I'm the first to arrive. There will soon be a Battle Frontier past here. I'm in line to be the first one there. I haven't slept for days. Get in line if you want to be the second one. What is with bald men and having issues? So the Battle Frontier, we can't go in there yet, but it's a reference to how the original battle tower was built in this exact spot all the way back in Pokemon Crystal. It's a lovely little reference. It's good to see that they do remember the third versions at least some of the time. But that is everything we can do around Olivine City for right now. We got Raikou, we got a team member, we climbed all the way up to the Lighthouse, we found our next objective. Next time on Pokemon Heart Gold SoulSilver. We're heading out towards Cianwood City across the sea. See you guys then.